Hello, fellow programmers out there. This is ContractLancer, and I'm here to help you maximize your programming game and your programming gains. And on today's topic, this is for you guys just starting out, you aspiring programmers out there who have recently run into the wall of the job experience paradox. That's right, you know the one that says that you need experience to get the job, we need the job to get the experience. Well, that is what this video is about, so just stick with me and we'll help you get started and help you beat this whole paradox. Don't worry, you'll be landing that job in no time. Just stick right here, right now. I hit the mic, oops. Story time, ladies and gentlemen. Back when I went to college, I was an incredibly dirt poor human being. I was subsisting on ramen noodles and Cheerios, and I hope to God no one out there is, but if you are, then I bet that you have a problem, and your problem is you don't have enough cash. And you know what? An easy way to get more cash is to get a better job. But you're stuck in this paradox. However, I understand the feeling and I was there before, so I'm going to help you out right now. Here we go. Step number 1 is going to be, the first step is going to be beating experience. And how do you do that without experience, we wonder? Well, you need something called a portfolio. When you don't have experience, you have to be able to prove to the interviewer that you are worth a damn somewhere. You have some sort of skill, somehow. And how do you do that? Well, the easiest way to do it is by going online and finding a course, actually. But not just any course. Whatever course it is for the skill that you are looking for, and also if it has a minimum viable product at the end. That is, you have something to show off at the interview. I used to do this before when I had very little experience or had no experience at all. I used to go online, find courses, and then I was able to build a whole small little project. It doesn't have to be too complex. It just has to be enough to show other people that you can do the job. And that is how I was able to beat others who probably have more skills than I do, but because it was real life proof that I could do it, I was able to get the job. At least I was able to get a few jobs before I actually had the experience necessary to get them. So, how do you do this? What do you choose? Well, you just need to make sure that whatever course you want, for whatever job you want, you can have it run locally on a laptop, bring the laptop with you to an interview, or you have it hosted somewhere on the cloud or something. Now, the hosting thing is not going to be free. However, it is more impressive, and you can carry it anywhere you want. But honestly, just carry your laptop, because you cannot guarantee when you go into these interviews that they will have their own computers and laptops or whatever. So that is my first tip to you, and we're going to move on to the second tip. The next topic is we're going to talk about internships and how much you are worth. So I have a confession to make. I took something called Unpaid internship, and honestly, I do not recommend anyone doing this. Reason being is because when you take an unpaid internship, you are sacrificing your time for the hopeful wish that you will either land a new job or that you get the experience you need in order to land another better paying job. And honestly, it's not worth the risk. Your time is actually worth something. It might not be worth as much as someone who has more experience than you, but it is worth something, and you should be compensated for it, either through actual money or if you're in college through some sort of credit program. That way it is more legitimate in a resume. And even though for me personally it worked out, honestly it was because of luck. You see, back when I was doing that internship that I had a long time ago, they were implementing something called churn and burn. That is that they would hire, an intern who doesn't get paid for 3 months and say, we'll give you a job at the end of some amount of time. In this case, it would be 3 months. However, what they would try to do is find another intern to replace you, and before the 3 months are up, they would fire you and then just have the other intern, and hopefully another one gets hired again after that, and keeping the cycle going without paying a dime. That did not work out for them. It worked out for me because no one else applied and someone was looking out for me over there, and they were really, really good to me, and at the end of the day, I actually got the job and got paid for it. However, do not rely on, it's a really scummy practice, it's a really disgusting practice, and please don't do that yourself. So when it comes to evaluating how much time you're worth, well, that's up to what job you're trying to look for. If you're looking for a project by project job, then you have to somehow advertise that you have the skills needed to do it, and you probably won't be able to charge as much as someone else who has more experience than you. But I think for now you just want to get the most amount of projects that you can, or a job as soon as possible, because 60k to 90k is about the average amount of salary you have for someone who's like a software developer full stack. And if you don't have the experience, you're probably worth a little bit less than that, but you'll be worth somewhere in that range. I would negotiate 50k maybe. If it was offered to me, I would take it. If not, then I will try to negotiate something higher or just try to find another project I could pad out my resume. That's how I would view it. So it's up to you really how much you think your time is worth, but I'm just giving you a brief rundown on the averages. So hopefully you take this advice. Don't go for the unpaid internship, and good luck to you there. I'm gonna move on to the next tip real quick. The last tip I have to offer you is always be interviewing. Always try to find that new job and never ever stop. Always be preparing for the interview. I did this for most of my college years, where I was always preparing for whatever the new job's gonna be. And after a while, I finally landed that job that allowed me to propel my career into, what it is now. So, in order for you to do that, you have to be persistent, and also you must prepare for your interviews. Now, every interview is gonna be somewhat similar to this formula. The first thing they're gonna ask you is cultural fit questions. What are your greatest weaknesses? Are you a serial killer? Will you, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Those kinds of questions. When they ask you questions, the negative questions that are like, what's your worst trait? Actually have something to say that isn't actually your worst trait, so that it sounds better in the interview. So that's just my tip for you there. The next step is going to be asking you tech questions. Tech questions in the form of, what is boxing and unboxing if you're going into object-oriented programming? If you don't know that, too bad. You must learn that, because that is asked of me in almost half the interviews I've been to. So, if I were you, I would just look up some common interview questions for your tech stack of choice, and then you should just prepare, and you'll mostly, be okay. But every interview is going to be a little bit different, and the more interviews you do, the more prepared you will be. The final step of an interview is going to be the technical test. In that test, they're going to be asking you to write out a program, most likely in the syntax of whatever is your technology of choice. For me, I'm a .NET stack, so they'll ask me to write in C#. So I have to know how to write it in C#, either on a board or on a paper or on an IDE somewhere on some computer. You can't really avoid these questions when you go into doing technical stuff. So please prepare off-site, prepare on-site, prepare, and always find the next interview. It took me about 30 interviews before I was able to land that tech job that allowed me to move forward with my career and start accumulating the experience that we're trying to get to in order to get the next better paying job. So just be prepared to sweat a lot and to work a lot. But if you do it, then one day you will move up from ramen noodles and Cheerios to Campbell's noodle soup and bread, which is a fantastic alternative. I'm just playing. You'll be better off, trust me. So, brief recap. Number 1, please start developing your portfolio in order to show it off to your interviewees. Number 2, know what you're worth, know what the market price is for whatever job you're looking for, and maybe expect a little bit less, but never ever sell yourself too short, and don't go for the unpaid internship. And number 3, always remember to keep on interviewing, find the next interview, and keep on preparing. So, these are my 3 tips for you guys out there who are just starting on your careers, trying to beat the job experience paradox. And I promise you that if you follow these advice, you will find that new job, that tech job that will help you propel you to that next career, maximize your programming potential, and most importantly, maximize your programming gains. So please stick with me. Next video is going to come up in a week. So I will see you then. ContractLancer out.